Hi everybody, welcome to Sunny Preps. It is November 1st and it is cold out here and we're expecting a hard freeze tonight. So I am going to go ahead and get the last of these tomatoes, green or not, off the vine, take them in the house and see if they will ripen. And then I am on my way out of town, headed down to Kentucky for the Harvest Celebration with the Stivers Homestead. I am so excited for that. It's freezing out here though, so I'm going to get this done and I'll talk to you more in the car on the way down. Catch you soon. A lot of these have cracked and split so bad, I don't even think it's worth trying to keep these because I don't want them to rot while they're trying to ripen. I just want to talk real quick about some of the lessons I've learned while I've been doing this. I don't need that many tomatoes. That's one of the lessons I learned. The Brandywine tomatoes grew really well in the grow bags, but those are the ones that split so much. These, at least some of these are Brandywines as well, and they're in the garden bed. And these are the ones that had the egg planted down in the hole with them. They aren't splitting nearly as much, and I suppose that's because they can get more consistent watering than in the grow bag. So that's good to know. The grow bags seem to do, the plants grew really well, but the tomatoes split. So maybe I'll try something else in the grow bags next time and give the tomatoes real solid earth to grow in. The other thing is I grew kale, and the kale came up and was beautiful and thick and lush, and I don't eat kale. And I thought I was going to be able to make myself eat kale or put it in my eggs or put it in salad, or my daughter likes to make kale chips. We just didn't use it. So I definitely want to plant what I'm going to use or what I can preserve. And there's not really a good way to preserve kale. I guess you could put it into, dehydrate it and put it into a powder. That's a little too much trouble for me. When I have more time to cook and reduce and really enjoy the fruits of my garden, maybe I will try kale again. But for now, I don't think so. But I want to show you, I cut down all these kale plants and there's one growing back. There it is. I cut back this stalk completely. It's all dried and here it is. Now that the weather's cooled down and the pests are gone, it's making its return. So maybe I'll let it grow. I've heard it's much sweeter after it gets a frost on it, so when I come back from this weekend, I'll taste it. Okay, some of the Brandywines over there are splitting too, so maybe it's just the Brandywines. I heard somebody else say they thought their Brandywines split a lot this year. And even the Triple L climbing crop gave nice big tomatoes, but they split a lot too. The Amish paste seemed to be the healthiest in my yard. And who knows, maybe I'll try some other kinds. I would like to actually try some of those pineapple ground cherries, which I planted green onions from seeds in the spring, and they were so puny all summer long that I gave up on them and forgot about them. Well, guess what I just found under the tomatoes? Check out those onions. And the thing is, I don't know if I can leave them for the frost or not. So I'm going to dig them up real quick. That means I'm going to get there later tonight, guys. Sorry. Green onions. My goal this year, since it was my first year growing a real full garden, that I just wanted to plant a few plants of a lot of different things so I could see what grows. I could learn the lessons that I need to learn without taking up too much space. The only thing I did wrong was way too many tomatoes, so they took up a lot of space. Everything else was good. Like, there are just a few green onions here. These won't go to waste. And I learned a lesson. They take all summer apparently to grow, or they need more sun, which they did not get a lot of sun. Now I planted seed onions from Rural King, and they didn't seem to do much. Let me show you the size of them. I have white, yellow, and red, and they're not much bigger than the seeds I started to plant with, or, I started with in the first place. So, I mean, a little, but not much. So I definitely need to figure out what else to do on this. Maybe I didn't space them far enough apart. Maybe I got them started late. Maybe they need more sun too. I definitely don't have a lot of sun around here. There's still lots of trees. So if anybody has any ideas on how I can do better with onions, I appreciate the feedback. Thanks. Check out that basket of tomatoes. A lot of them look pretty close, but they'll be fine for a couple days. And they're in this north-facing window that gets as much light as any window in the house. And here's our puppies. Roman! So my daughter wanted to come to the Stivers Tribe Harvest Festival with us, but we unexpectedly got this new guy just less than a week ago. And he's awesome, but he's still getting used to our house. And she wants nothing to do with him. That was pretty mild. She still growls every time he comes near. So
he likes her a lot.
Yeah, and he wants to check her out a whole bunch. So she's sort of a nervous Nelly, and we don't want to put her with a babysitter when she already thinks she's lost her place in our heart because we brought in the new puppy. And so my daughter's going to stay home with Bella and Roman. Well, I'm on the road. I'm really excited about getting to the Stivers and to meet everyone that's going to be there. I hope to be able to film quite a bit of it. My GPS wanted to take me through Ohio down to Frankfort, Kentucky, but I thought this was my perfect chance, and it wasn't much longer, to go through my home state of West Virginia and do some leaf peeping. It's late in the season, and so it's pretty much past, but the colors were gorgeous last weekend. They had a lot of hard rainstorms and wind the past couple of days, so maybe as I move further south I'll have a better show. But right now there's still color, but it's real muted, an occasional very bright tree, and we have now run into almost standing still traffic that looks like it's going to last for about 4.5 miles. So if you haven't heard of the Stivers, you should definitely go check them out. Stivers Homestead is their YouTube channel. They also have a Facebook page, and they have a Facebook page called the Stivers Tribe, which is all of their fans that listen to their show on a regular basis. So I am a proud member of the Stivers Tribe. They're just a delightful young couple, and I sound like my mom or my grandmother when I say that, but they are. They're funny, real, no pretenses, very few second takes from what I can tell, They just lay it out there like it is. They're not afraid to show you their failures and things that didn't work, and they're not afraid to think of new things to try. So even though they're really young, they seem to have wisdom. A wisdom about what's really important. So I just think they're adorable. Can't wait to meet them in person. Zach works outside the home, but does a lot on the homestead. They've been homesteading for a few years. They have goats and chickens and do a lot of gardening, and ducks and guineas, and they are working toward being 100% self-sufficient with food production on their farm. But you know, they have a way to go, but they are doing a good job, especially with the vegetables so far. And they've planted some apple trees this year. And they're not even doing it in a prepper mode, which is kind of the mode I operate in. I have adopted the homestead idea. For one thing, it just looks, I don't know, rewarding. You go out and you work and you fall, you fail, you try again, and you get it to work, and it's all you. It's not based on anybody else's decision. It's not based on politics of a workplace. It's not based on, you know, somebody being friends with somebody else that, you know, their project is picked over your project. If your cucumbers are going to grow, it's up to you and God. And you have to deal with the same weather everyone else has to deal with. And some people might be able to make things grow and they look like they have a green thumb, but there's a lot to the idea that experience makes your thumbs turn green. So they're just great people. Jen she's a stay-at-home mom. She homeschools. She does all kinds of canning, dehydrating, fermenting, freezing, pickling, all that kind of stuff. She makes teas and tinctures and salves from her herb garden, and is learning more and more and more as she goes along. So just go and check out the Stivers, and for those of you who are already members of the Stive tribe, fantastic. I'll see you on the Facebook page. Hopefully I'll see a lot of you at the Harvest Celebration tonight, and then the actual celebration is tomorrow. And I am just so looking forward to it. I think we're going to have a fantastic time. Even when you're stuck in stop and go traffic on the highway where the speed limit's 70 miles an hour, keep smiling, because a rainy day is no match for a sunny disposition. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks, bye.